Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans all around the world, let's talk some boxing. So when we look at the future of the welterweight division, there are four names that come to my mind. And these are the people I believe will rule the welterweight division for a very long time until they move up to other weight classes. This time in the history of boxing for welterweights reminds me of a better time where this never ever happened in the welterweight division, by the way. But this is a time that was really great. And it was the time of the Four Kings. Now, the Four Kings never really met each other in the same division. So this is very, very unique in that the guys that I'm about to speak about, they're not kings yet, but you know, this can lead to really some great matchups in the future. Arising from the dust are the four princes. These are the guys I think that are going to rule the welterweight division. Their names are, in order, Kell Brook, Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter, and Timothy Bradley. Now, if we look at boxing records, and we look at the way how boxers are ranked, it's almost in that order. First, we look at the guys who run the division. The king of the division right now is Floyd Mayweather Jr., but as you can see, the other two are chief princes. That's what I call them. Manny Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez. Even though Marquez knocked out Pacquiao, as you can see, Pacquiao is still ranked above Marquez, and rightfully so, because of his achievements. Now, the chief princes are done. Let's talk about the princes and the future of the welterweight division. As you can see, Keith Thurman is one, Kell Brook is one. You have to skip two people, Marcos and Amir Khan. And you see Shawn Porter is another one, and Timothy Bradley. And the order is almost perfect. In fact, I can understand why people say Keith Thurman is above Kell Brook, because he fought Robert Guerrero, who fought Floyd Mayweather. Okay? But I say Kell Brook is above Keith Thurman because if you pit Shawn Porter against Robert Guerrero, I guarantee you Shawn Porter is going to win that fight. And so I think Shawn Porter is a much, much better fighter than Robert Guerrero is. Strange and contrary to popular opinion. I'll tell you why. One, if you match Keith Thurman with Shawn Porter, I guarantee you he's not going to knock him down or knock him out. That's a guarantee. Okay? And Shawn Porter is smart. He combines a number of different styles in his fighting technique. He reminds me of a much more enhanced, more aggressive version of Timothy Bradley. Okay? Another exciting fight would be Shawn Porter versus Timothy Bradley. Okay? So that's why I rank Kell Brook's win over Shawn Porter above Keith Thurman's win against Robert Guerrero, even though Keith Thurman knocked down Robert Guerrero, which is something that has hardly ever been done. Okay? Guerrero is a very, very tough guy. But still, I rank Kell Brook's win over Shawn Porter above that of Keith Thurman. And that's why I think Kell Brook also won his title in a sort of lineal fashion from Shawn Porter, who was the lineal champion, whereas Keith Thurman was awarded regular champion and defended it against Robert Guerrero. So it's a little bit different. So I rank Kell Brook some notches above Keith Thurman because of that. So I say he is the major prince in the division right now. And his skill and technique also is incredible. And he has a lot of control, Kell Brook. But Keith Thurman's right there. Okay? Don't get it twisted. Keith Thurman's right there. Now, in terms of the other fighters that are a notch below these guys, you have to talk about Marcos Maidana. You have to talk about Robert Guerrero. And that's about it as far as I'll go with that. And then the level below those guys are Amir Khan, Diego Chavez, Devon Alexander, Paulie Malignaggi, okay, Leonard Bundu, okay, up and comer Ray Robinson, who people don't really talk a whole lot about. You know, Andre Berto. You know, those guys are a level below, but Amir Khan is only at that level because of his chin. Only because of that level, because of his chin. Because, like I said, there is a way. People know how to beat Amir Khan. Okay, they know how to beat Amir Khan and knock him out too. So that takes away from him being at that elite level, like a Marcos Maidana or Sean Porter or Timothy Bradley. Okay. Now below that level, there is still another level, and that's for the other up and comers and guys who are fresh to the division and really haven't gotten any wins, or maybe a singular win. And that guys like Chris Algieri, guys like Brandon Rios, guys like Jojo Dan, you know, and then all those other no-name guys that we just talked about: Chris Van Herden, Ali Fonseca, Kevin Bezier, David Avancian, you know, all those guys, Frankie Gavin, they all fit into the same group. Brandon Rios and Chris Algieri, just because they fought Pacquiao doesn't mean that they're a step above these guys. To me, skill-wise and class-wise and in terms of wins and achievements at welterweight, these guys are just like those up-and-comers. Okay? So that's how I see the future of the welterweight division. The guys who are running it will be those four guys I just mentioned. Timothy Bradley, if he stays in the welterweight division, stops talking nonsense about going and fighting a middleweight and junior welterweight and all those kind of crazy things, junior middleweight. If he stays in the division of welterweight, you know, even though he's a top-ranked fighter, he has the potential to match up with some great fights. I can just say, Timothy Bradley versus Sean Porter would be a match made in heaven, okay? Because we know it's going to be exciting. We know it's going to be fireworks. We know both guys don't back down. We know both guys have great wills. That would be a fantastic fight. Marcos Maidana versus Amir Khan would be a little bit of a mismatch because Marcos Maidana knows what to do to get Amir Khan out of there. But still, it would be fireworks. It would be fun to watch, okay? Kell Brook versus Keith Thurman would be like World War III. You know, it would be incredible. It would be fun to watch. It would be something that we could savor and tell our children about. It would be like Thomas Hearns versus Sugar Ray Leonard. You know, big fight for these up-and-comers. So I'm just saying that the future of the welterweight division lies in these four guys. They are very strong in the division. They are very skilled. And I look forward to seeing where they go, if they move up in weight division, weight class, what they're going to do, and so on. But these are the four guys, I'm telling you. They have the goods. Timothy Bradley, former world champion, WBO. Beat Manny Pacquiao, got the W at least. We have Sean Porter, former IBF world champion, you know. We have Keith Thurman, who's currently the WBA world champion. Kell Brook, who's currently the IBF world champion. So you have to understand the sort of impact of these guys. And we know they have the will to win. We know they're driven. We know they don't back down, but yet at the same time they have craft and skill and ability. These are the guys that the mantle's going to be passed to take control of the division. And I don't know. We'll see what happens with the winner of Mayweather and Pacquiao. We'll see what happens with Juan Manuel Marquez. He does want to go at a fifth world title. So we'll see if these guys if they're going to pass the baton on to these guys, if they're going to beat them. But even if they do beat them, they're going to impart certain skills and knowledge to them to improve their craft. We're going to see what happens. But definitely, I'm telling you, these are the four guys that definitely have the goods to run the welterweight division for quite a while. You guys have a great day.